Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're exploring the fascinating world of Australian currency, the top 4 most valuable Australian coins that could make you rich. Moneybag, we're talking about the 5 cent, 10 cent, 20 cent, and 50 cent coins, small change that could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even up to a millionaire's value in today's collector market. So, grab your coin jar, because one of these treasures might be hiding in your pocket right now. Let's get started. First up, the 1984 Australian 50-cent coin is one of those extraordinary pieces that truly captures the heart of collectors and investors alike. It is a shining example of Australia's numismatic brilliance, blending elegance, history, and value into one remarkable design. Though this coin was minted for everyday circulation, its growing rarity, unique features, and collector appeal have elevated it into the spotlight of the rare coin market. Many collectors now recognize the 1984 50-cent coin as one of the Australian coins that could potentially make you a millionaire, thanks to its increasing market demand, stunning design, and the potential hidden treasures found in certain minting variations. The story of the 1984 Australian 50-cent coin begins during a time when Australia was experiencing tremendous cultural and economic growth. By the mid-1980s, the Royal Australian Mint had already built a reputation for precision and artistry, producing coins that not only served the public but also stood as masterpieces of design. The 50-cent piece, with its distinctive 12-sided shape, had become a national icon, replacing the round silver version that was first issued in 1966. Each coin minted in 1984 carried forward that proud heritage, bearing the symbols of Australia's identity and craftsmanship. This was more than just a coin. It was a representation of national pride and an emblem of stability in a fast-changing world. On the obverse side of the 1984 50-cent coin is the beautifully detailed portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. The Queen is shown wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a timeless and elegant representation of her reign. Even in circulated or yellow-toned condition, this portrait radiates regal grace and refinement, standing as a reminder of Australia's strong connection to its Commonwealth roots. The craftsmanship of the design remains impressive even decades later, with the portrait still admired by both numismatists and art lovers. This effigy is one of the most beloved designs ever featured on Australian currency, and the 1984 issue captures it at its finest. The reverse of the coin showcases the majestic Australian coat of arms, designed by the legendary Stuart Devlin. The design features the kangaroo and emu standing proudly on either side of the shield, which represents Australia's 6 states, surrounded by a wreath of golden wattle, the country's national floral emblem. Every detail, from the fine lines of the animals to the precision of the heraldic shield, reflects the mint's exceptional skill and attention to detail. Even in circulated condition, the 1984 coin's reverse design remains bold and instantly recognizable, embodying Australia's rich national identity. This combination of royal dignity and native strength makes it one of the most visually stunning coins in Australia's decimal history. What truly sets the 1984 Australian 50-cent coin apart is its growing rarity and collector appeal. While it was minted in large numbers, the passage of time has made well-preserved examples much harder to find. Many coins from the 1980s were heavily used in circulation, and as a result, coins that survive today in very fine or uncirculated condition are becoming increasingly scarce. In addition, collectors have identified certain varieties and minting errors from the 1984 series, such as die cracks, off-center strikes, and planchet imperfections, that can dramatically increase the coin's value. These rare variants have been known to fetch astonishing prices, especially when authenticated and graded by professional services. The current rare coin market has seen an explosion of interest in Australian decimal coins, and the 1984 50-cent piece has become a hot topic among collectors worldwide. Depending on condition, a standard circulated coin can sell anywhere between $5 and $20, while those in very fine or almost uncirculated condition can command prices exceeding $100. Rare error varieties or certified examples can reach several $100s or more, particularly when sold in auctions or private collections. As international investors and collectors continue to turn their attention to Australian coinage, The value of these mid-1980s issues is expected to rise steadily, making the 1984 coin a smart and exciting investment. For collectors hoping to preserve or increase the value of their 1984 50-cent coin, proper handling and storage are crucial. Always hold the coin by its edges to prevent fingerprints or scratches and avoid cleaning it. The natural toning, especially the yellow hue that can develop over time, often adds to its character and desirability. Storing the coin in a protective holder, coin capsule, or album will help safeguard it against moisture and damage. For serious collectors, having the coin professionally graded and encapsulated by a reputable service can further authenticate its condition and boost its market appeal. The allure of the 1984 50-cent coin lies in its perfect balance of history, design, and potential value. It represents a period of excellence in Australian minting and remains one of the standout issues of the decade. With its intricate design by Stuart Devlin, its regal portrayal of Queen Elizabeth II, and its ever-growing scarcity, this coin has cemented its place as a high-demand collectible. Every detail tells a story, from its 12-sided shape to the emblems of national unity. And that story continues to inspire passion among those who seek to uncover rare and valuable coins from Australia's past. The 1984 Australian 50-cent coin stands as a true gem of Australian numismatics, a coin that not only carries historical and artistic significance, but also promises exceptional potential in today's rare coin market. With collectors constantly on the hunt for high-quality or rare-condition examples, this coin is quickly becoming one of the most sought-after treasures in Australian currency. Whether found in yellow-toned circulated condition or preserved in gleaming brilliance, it holds the power to turn a simple discovery into a life-changing opportunity. So, if you ever come across the 1984 50-cent coin, keep it safe. It might just be the coin that could make you a millionaire. Next up, the 1978 Australian 20-cent coin is one of those truly captivating pieces of Australian currency that collectors dream about finding in excellent condition. This coin represents a perfect combination of history, artistry, and potential value, a genuine treasure that could make you a millionaire if you happen to uncover a rare or high-grade example. With its shimmering metallic tone, smooth edges, and iconic design, the 1978 20-cent coin has become a standout collectible in today's booming rare coin market. Its enduring charm and connection to Australia's numismatic history have made it one of the most sought-after decimal coins, both within the country and around the world. The story of the 1978 20-cent coin begins at a fascinating point in Australia's history. By this time, the nation had fully transitioned to decimal currency, and the Royal Australian Mint was in its prime, producing coins that reflected both technical excellence and artistic beauty. The 20-cent piece, first introduced in 1966, quickly became a favorite among Australians because of its practical use and stunning design. The 1978 issue carried forward this proud legacy, featuring the classic platypus design by Stuart Devlin, one of Australia's most celebrated coin designers. Each coin struck during this year was a blend of precision and craftsmanship, showcasing the high standards that the mint had become known for worldwide. On the obverse of the 1978 20-cent coin is the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Mackin. This portrait captures Her Majesty in regal grace, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Even today, coins from this era maintain a timeless beauty, and when you find one in very fine condition, it still glows with a sense of majesty and dignity. The Queen's effigy is not just a symbol of authority, it's also a reminder of the enduring relationship between Australia and the Commonwealth. This design has become iconic, instantly recognizable to both collectors and everyday Australians. The reverse of the coin is where the magic truly lies, the mesmerizing platypus gliding effortlessly through swirling water, a design that perfectly captures the spirit of Australia's wildlife and environment. Stuart Devlin's artistry shines in every curve and ripple, and even in a circulated coin, the depth of the engraving remains breathtaking. The platypus, a unique and mysterious creature native only to Australia, symbolizes rarity and wonder, just like the coin itself. Every line in this design tells a story of natural beauty and national pride, making it one of the most beloved reverses in Australian coinage history. Although millions of 1978 20-cent coins were minted, finding one today in very fine condition is becoming increasingly difficult. Over time, most coins from this era were heavily used in circulation, and many have lost their sharpness or suffered from scratches and wear. However, those few surviving in outstanding condition, with clear details and minimal marks, are now commanding impressive attention from collectors. Furthermore, certain minting errors and varieties from this year, such as off-center strikes, filled dies, or double strikes, have emerged as extremely rare and valuable. These coins can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially when authenticated and graded by professional services. In the current rare coin market, the 1978 20-cent coin has seen a significant rise in demand. Collectors are eager to secure well-preserved examples, and prices continue to climb. A regular circulated coin may sell between $5 and $20 depending on its sharpness, but a very fine or near uncirculated example can easily fetch between $100 and $300. Rare error coins or top-graded specimens are known to reach values beyond $1,000, particularly at major numismatic auctions or private collector sales. As the market for vintage Australian coins continues to expand, this 1978 issue is increasingly recognized as a key piece with exceptional investment potential. For collectors who already own this coin, proper care and storage are vital to preserving its beauty and value. The best approach is to handle the coin only by its edges, avoiding fingerprints that can damage the surface. Keep it in a protective capsule or album and store it in a dry, stable environment. Never attempt to clean the coin. Its natural patina and color tell the story of its age and authenticity. For those who want to maximize its value, having the coin graded by a reputable numismatic service will help establish its official condition and attract serious buyers. The beauty of the 1978 Australian 20-cent coin lies not only in its design, but also in its symbolism. It represents the era when Australian coinage reached a peak of artistic expression. Each coin carries the legacy of the nation's identity, the skill of its designers, and the meticulous precision of the Royal Australian Mint. For many collectors, owning this coin is like holding a small piece of history, one that continues to shine brighter as time passes. With growing interest in vintage Australian currency, the 1978 20-cent coin has transformed from everyday change into a collector's dream, a coin that stands out for its elegance, heritage, and value. The 1978 20-cent Australian coin is far more than just metal and design. It's a piece of Australian pride that has the power to surprise and reward. Its stunning depiction of the platypus, its historical significance, and its increasing scarcity make it a true gem in the numismatic world. As collectors continue to hunt for rare and high-grade examples, the 1978 20-cent coin remains one of the Australian coins that could make you a millionaire. If you ever find one in your collection or pocket change, don't overlook it. This coin may just be the key to unlocking a small fortune in today's booming rare coin market. Next up, the 1980 Australian 5-cent coin is one of those small yet mighty treasures that continues to amaze collectors around the world. At first glance, it may seem like just an ordinary piece of change, small, silver, and simple. But the truth is, this coin carries with it a powerful history, a beautiful design, and a growing collector demand that makes it stand out in the Australian numismatic market. In circulated or red-toned condition, the 1985-cent coin still tells an incredible story of craftsmanship, rarity, and rising value. As more collectors search for older decimal coins, this particular issue has begun to shine brighter than ever, and some rare variations are now worth serious money, with the potential to make a lucky finder a millionaire. The history of the 1985-cent coin begins at a fascinating time in Australia's coinage evolution. Decimal currency had already been in use for over a decade, and the Royal Australian Mint was operating at peak performance, producing coins that represented the strength and stability of modern Australia. The 5-cent denomination, introduced in 1966, replaced the old sixpence and quickly became one of the most widely used coins in the nation's economy. By 1980, the Mint had refined its processes to create coins with incredible detail and precision, ensuring that each piece reflected Australia's growing pride and identity. These coins not only served as currency, but also as miniature works of art, showcasing the nation's unique wildlife and natural beauty. The obverse side of the 1985-cent coin features the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait captures Her Majesty in her youthful elegance, wearing the famous Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The detailing in this design, from the Queen's facial features to the delicate curls of her hair, remains stunning even on coins that have circulated for decades. This obverse design was used throughout the 1970s and early 1980s, symbolizing a period of strong connection between Australia and the Commonwealth. Even in red or circulated condition, the 1980 coin retains that stately look that collectors continue to admire and cherish. The reverse of the coin, designed by Stuart Devlin, is a masterpiece of simplicity and symbolism. It features the spiny echidna, an extraordinary creature native only to Australia. Devlin, one of the most respected coin designers in history, managed to capture the echidna's distinctive spines and natural pose with incredible skill. Surrounding the echidna is a smooth, clean border that frames the design beautifully. The number 5 rests below, clear and bold, representing both the coin's denomination and its understated value. This design remains one of the most beloved in Australian coinage, a timeless tribute to the nation's wildlife. While the 1985-cent coin was produced in significant numbers, the true rarity lies in finding well-preserved examples or coins with minting errors. Circulated and red-toned coins may not immediately appear valuable, but under close inspection, many reveal unique characteristics that collectors prize. Some 1980 coins were struck with die cracks, off-center strikes, or slight misalignments, features that make them rare and extremely collectible. These mint errors are now selling for impressive prices in online markets and numismatic auctions, often fetching hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on condition and type of error. Over time, the 1985-cent coin has become more than just an old piece of currency. It has turned into a symbol of opportunity. Many collectors now view it as a hidden gem among Australian decimal coins. As the supply of high-grade and error-free coins decreases, the value of these pieces continues to rise. Even a red or circulated coin in strong condition can attract attention, particularly when the details of the Queen's portrait and the echidna are still clear and distinct. Collectors from Australia and abroad are recognizing that these coins are part of a fading era, and owning one is like holding a piece of national heritage. In today's rare coin market, the 1985-cent coin has shown consistent growth in value. Standard circulated examples typically trade between $2 and $10, depending on condition. However, coins that exhibit sharp detail and vibrant tone can command prices from $50 to $200. The real excitement comes from mint error coins. Some have sold for more than $1,000, and in pristine or proof-like condition, certain varieties have reached values approaching $5,000 or more. As demand continues to increase and collectors expand their search for older decimal issues, these coins are becoming harder to find, pushing their market value even higher. For collectors who already own a 1985-cent coin, care and presentation make all the difference. Keep the coin stored safely in a protective holder or capsule to prevent further oxidation or wear. Handle it gently by the edges and avoid cleaning it, as this can reduce its value. Even coins with a reddish or aged patina are desirable, as that natural tone adds authenticity and character. If you suspect you have an error coin, consider having it graded by a professional service to verify its authenticity and enhance its market appeal. The rarity of the 1985-cent coin continues to grow with each passing year. Many coins from this period were lost, melted, or simply spent into oblivion. The few that remain in collectible condition are now considered treasures of Australian numismatics. Collectors view them as investments, small but mighty pieces of history that carry immense future potential. With demand surging globally for vintage Australian coins, this 1980 issue stands out as one of the most desirable small-denomination coins from the 20th century. The 1980 Australian 5-cent coin is a shining reminder that even the smallest coins can hold incredible value and significance. Its beautiful design, historical roots, and emerging rarity have turned it into one of the coins that could make you a millionaire. Whether you're a passionate collector or someone who just stumbled upon one in your change, this coin is a powerful piece of Australia's story, a coin that proves greatness can come in the smallest of forms. So, next time you see a red-toned or circulated 1985-cent coin, take a closer look. It might just be the hidden treasure that changes your fortune forever. Next up, the 1967 Australian 10-cent coin is one of the earliest and most historically significant coins in Australia's modern decimal era, a true treasure that continues to capture the attention of collectors across the world. At first glance, it may look like just another small silver coin, but beneath its modest appearance lies a remarkable story of transition, design mastery, and growing collector value. In circulated condition, the 1967 10-cent coin has a unique charm, a testament to the early days of Australia's decimal currency system and a time when the nation's coins were crafted with precision and pride. Today, this coin stands as one of the hidden gems that could potentially make you a millionaire, especially if you uncover one in top condition or with an extremely rare minting error. The history of the 1967 10-cent coin begins with one of the biggest financial transformations in Australian history, the introduction of decimal currency. On February 14, 1966, Australia moved from pounds, shillings, and pence to a decimal system based on dollars and cents. This monumental shift was aimed at modernizing the nation's economy, and with it came a new range of coin designs that would symbolize Australia's identity, wildlife, and culture. The 10-cent coin replaced the old shilling, maintaining its silver-like look and similar size to ease the transition for everyday Australians. The 1967 issue was only the second year of production, making it an early and highly collectible piece from the new decimal era. Designed by the legendary Stuart Devlin, the reverse side of the 1967 10-cent coin features one of the most striking and elegant designs in Australian coinage history, a lyrebird. The lyrebird, known for its incredible ability to mimic sounds and its extravagant tail feathers, was chosen to represent grace, beauty, and the spirit of the Australian wilderness. Devlin's artistic genius shines through in every curve of the bird's feathers and in the fine lines that create depth and realism. Even in circulated condition, this design remains breathtaking, making it one of the most admired and enduring symbols on Australian coins. On the obverse side, the coin proudly bears the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This depiction of Her Majesty, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, is refined and regal, a perfect representation of the Commonwealth's dignity. The 1967 issue marked the early years of her reign being immortalized on Australian coins, and the craftsmanship in this portrait has become iconic in numismatic circles. Collectors love the balance between the Queen's portrait and the bold, clean typography of the word Australia and the date, 1967, giving the coin a timeless elegance that continues to impress today. While the 1967 10-cent coin was produced in large numbers, not all coins are created equal, and this is where rarity and collector demand enter the picture. Coins from the early decimal years often suffered from minting inconsistencies, including die cracks, misaligned strikes, and planchet errors. Some rare 1967 coins were also struck with faint or partial details, which makes them unique and valuable to collectors who hunt for imperfections. Even circulated coins can carry significant worth if they display these rare mint features or are in exceptional condition with strong details on both the lyrebird and the Queen's portrait. As the decades passed, most 1967 10-cent coins were lost, spent, or worn down beyond recognition through circulation. This natural reduction in surviving high-quality examples has dramatically increased the rarity of well-preserved coins. Today, finding a circulated 1967 coin with sharp detail and minimal wear is becoming increasingly difficult, making them highly desirable in the collector's market. The demand is strong not just in Australia, but globally, as collectors seek to complete full sets of early Australian decimal coins, and the 1967 issue is an essential piece in that puzzle. The current market value of the 1967 10-cent coin varies depending on its condition, toning, and any unique mint characteristics it might have. A well-circulated example may sell for around $2 to $10, while coins in very fine or extremely fine condition can easily command between $30 and $100. However, the real excitement begins with error coins and pristine mint state examples, which can reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Rare varieties, especially those with double strikes or planchet flaws, have been known to sell for over $2,000, a stunning return for a coin that originally carried just 10 cents in face value. Collectors are particularly drawn to the 1967 issue because it represents the beginning of Australia's modern numismatic identity. Owning one feels like owning a piece of national history, a tangible link to the time when the country embraced a new era of currency design and economic independence. The 1967 10-cent coin stands as a tribute to precision, artistic excellence, and the craftsmanship of the Royal Australian Mint. This emotional and historical connection gives it immense appeal among serious collectors who value both its beauty and its significance. For those who already possess a 1967 10-cent coin, proper handling and storage are essential. Even circulated coins should be kept in coin sleeves or capsules to prevent further wear. Cleaning should be avoided at all costs, as natural toning and patina can actually enhance the coin's character and value. If you believe your coin has a mint error, it's worth having it graded and authenticated by a professional numismatic expert. Certification can greatly boost its market price and appeal to high-end collectors. The demand for early Australian decimal coins has never been higher. With increasing global interest in rare and historical coins, the 1967 10-cent coin continues to rise in prominence. Collectors appreciate not only its design and rarity, but also the fact that it marks one of the most important turning points in Australia's coinage history. As the supply of these coins dwindles, their value and prestige continue to climb, making them a strong investment opportunity for those who understand their significance. In conclusion, the 1967 Australian 10-cent coin is far more than just a small piece of metal. It's a masterpiece of design, a slice of history, and a potential gateway to fortune. With its iconic lyrebird, elegant royal portrait, and undeniable connection to Australia's decimal revolution, this coin embodies the essence of Australian pride and heritage. Whether found in a collection, a drawer, or even in your change, this coin holds the promise of value, beauty, and discovery. So, next time you come across a 1967 10-cent coin, take a closer look. You might just be holding one of Australia's hidden treasures that could make you a millionaire.